The selection process is very thorough. The executive committee will sit down looking at the theme. We will look for songs that align to that particular theme and play to the strengths and the talents that we have within the roster of suits for that particular year or that show.
The song archives have about 1,200 songs in them. We've only performed a little less than 470 of those songs in the 12 years we've been having shows.
It's really a collection of every song that everybody suggested to us over the years. We get song suggestions from everybody who's ever been a suit. We get song suggestions from people in the audience like crazy.
Whenever anybody suggests a song, it'll go on the list.
So they come from all corners, and we love all that. That's great. We always want to be doing the best material we can do, and we want the shows to be fresh and interesting.
I'll listen to it first, and if it's just really a stinker, it won't go on the list.
Some songs I never thought would make it out of the archive because certain people in the executive committee hate certain bands. John. And yet amazingly, sometimes they make their way out. We had an ELO song this year that made it out of the archive that we didn't ever think would come out.
We always go round and round about a song that somebody thinks is absolute poetry. It just happened to be popular when he turned 14, and that made it poetry, but it's garbage for everybody else. And so we have a lot of spirited discussions about the songs.
Rock Lobster. We have healthy debates. We all come from different schools, okay? I love John to death, but I don't think he thought music existed after the Beatles. We all have our own musical genres that we like better than others. I'm more of a 80s punk rock kind of guy.
My taste in music is really centered in the 60s and the 70s and the early 80s.
Paid no attention to Meatloaf other than when I had heard him, I thought he was horrible. Paradise by the Dashboard Lights. It got put up one year and suggested to us, and John and I both scratched our heads because we did not listen to music during that era. It turns out that there are tons of people in the suits who think that's some of the best music that's ever been done. And so that was our first point of ignorance. Our second point of ignorance is it's a two-part song. We didn't realize how important it was to actually do both parts. So a lot of times we cut songs down because they get too long and we want to make sure we can move on to the other one. We cut that in half, and we only did the first part of it. When we proposed to the suits, they thought we were insane for only doing half of it. And we were like, what are you talking about? You know, I'm thinking the whole time this is all pretty bad, but these guys like the first part. It'll fit in the show. Not only did we hear about it from all the other suits, we heard about it from people in the audience who lived in that era. So we're completely ignorant of a lot of music, and we're trying to educate ourselves as we go along.
Having four people with differing musical tastes, I think that's a good thing because that allows a lot of debate and it helps us stay fresh. It helps us have a good variety. And my favorite song we've never done is Rock Lobster.